Everybody, and welcome back to Path of Exile 2. We are continuing our run-and-gun mercenary playthrough. We have made it to Ogham Manor, and we're ready to go hopefully fight the boss and see if we can take him out. I'm not confident that this particular build has the ability to do this the first time out. I might have to fight that boss a few times, but we'll see. So the basis of this build is supposed to be, I guess, that Herald of Thunder is doing a significant portion of the damage, but we actually need him to actually do a significant portion of the damage, so there's always that. I did forget to bring up my actual thing, though, so let me see. Where do I have the build in my thing? Here. All right, cool. So I just got to see what our next skill point is supposed to be. Looks like we're heading up to Blur, and then Eagle Eye, and then Honed Instincts. So, Blur. How did I end up taking that? Well, we need to go back to town and re-spend that point. I don't know how I did that. I clearly just was not paying attention or something.
What have you learned?
Let's see. So we need to refund
New strategy required.
And then we're supposed to be going over to Eagle Eye, so I'll just do that. All right, cool. Not. I don't know. They both of those kind of go over to the right, and I guess that's what that was. Get inside.
Fight, beast!
We don't go that way.
Shock!
I mean, it's not bad when you can get the Herald of Thunder to go. It's not too shabby. Oh, here we go. Here's the boss. So, because this is single target, until we get abilities that allow us to manage single targets, we're going to continue with... Oops.
First ones.
All I did was touch it.
We're gonna continue with our standard boss fighting thing where we
shadows hover above us.
Do this.
In the corners, watching and waiting. What sickness has come among us that so unsettles our minds? It sits poised to strike. Nowhere is safe.
Freeze him up. Come on. Freeze him up. Well, I'm trying to get to the part where we do the... blow him up with the frag rounds. Here we go. I don't know. I don't know if it's faster to just blast the guys down with that or not.
Say religion is dangerous.
I don't really know. But we got ourselves a nice extra 20 life out of that, so I can live with it. I don't know. Because the build that we're using is supposed to be using galvanic shards with lightning infusion, conduction, and a couple of other things. Then there's shock burst rounds. So, I mean, but most of the stuff that we have, we're not going to get access to. Most of the stuff we're supposed to use for this, we're not going to get access to until we start getting level 7 gems and stuff. So I don't know. So, let's see. Herald of Thunder. Herald of Thunder is supposed to have Innervate and Lightning Penetration. So actually, let me go ahead and head back to town. See if I have any support gems that I can put in that. Because we should be maximizing our ability to do things. So let's see. We'll go into our stash here. We'll go into our gems. We'll scroll down. Do I have Innervate already in here somewhere? That would be kind of convenient. So, eventually we're supposed... Well, no, for both of these. Innervate and Lightning Penetration is what we're supposed to be using. Unfortunately, I don't have either of those. But we do have these. So, Herald of Thunder. Okay. So we can do Innervate. And then we can do Lightning Penetration. Level 2 gem. Never mind. Can't do that yet. I don't have any level 2 support gems that I'm aware of. So, yeah. Alright, well, at least we get something out of that. Do I have anything else that I could put on that? No, I need intelligence for that one. Bum, bum, bum. I don't... Yeah, the problem is that pretty much anything I could put on that is going to require intelligence, which I don't really have. So, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna... I guess I'll just leave it. Because I don't know enough about how all this works to try to jury-rig something myself. Especially if I don't sit down and like do a decent amount of research, and I just don't have time for that. That's the reason I'm using a build. Okay, and here is our crossing for here, which brings us to the halfway point of the first area here.
That's him. Soon. Very soon.
So I think I need to read the Herald of Thunder thing here. I think it's while active, killing shocked enemies with a non-herald attack hit will cause subsequent attack hits to release lightning bolts. So basically the idea is we have to shock them to get the Herald of Thunder to actually proc on them. We want to maximize our ability to shock things as much as we can so we get the extra lightning bolts. Smithing hammer, I'll take all of that. Because we can break it all down for parts. Why not? Oh, there's my stairs. So we're currently we're in a level 15 area. We've made it to level 15. That's good. Checkpoint there. Find the stairs going the other way. So I guess the thing I need to think about... Well, it's killing shocked enemies, right? But you still have to kill something first, which makes using this particular ability against bosses not that useful because you got to kill things for the Herald of Thunder to actually work, right? That's what it said. Killing while active, killing shocked enemies. So yeah, if we can, it's great for clearing out packs of mobs and stuff like that, but not necessarily the best for single target damage. And we don't get shock burst rounds until a fair bit later, I think. So
not today.
Guys, come on. I generally prefer more direct damage dealing kind of stuff. Like this conditional damage kind of style is just, I don't know.
Gotta stay quick on my feet.
Alright, that's fine. We'll go back to town and break all of this stuff down just to make some room. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I liked the explosive shot build that I had before. because it allowed me to just kind of run around and just blast things as I went.
Stay safe, if you can.
So yeah, I like. I would much rather go with like single, just straight damage kind of stuff rather than, oh, you have to kill this thing with this specific condition and blah blah blah, and then you get this massive damage happening. Like, I don't know. Like that's nice when it happens, but you got to kill things first.
Back down or die!
And if you don't have a high damage dealing thing,
Bloody horrors!
if you don't have a high damage dealing ability to, kill things quickly and shock them, it makes life a little bit difficult. All right, stairs. This takes us to the last level here. So galvanic shards is supposed to have lightning infusion, which gives extra lightning damage, and conduction, making you more likely to shock them, which is great. Then it has fork, and then lightning exposure, supports any skills that hits enemies, causing it to inflict lightning exposure when inflicting shock. I don't know what lightning exposure does. Huh? I don't know. I always end up going that way. Almost every time. Almost every time I go that way.
Take back!
So yeah, I think when we go fight the boss, we're going to switch back to our freeze and fragmentation thing. It seems to be the most reasonable way to... That's confusing. It doesn't seem consistent with the text the way that it says, because sometimes I get lightning bolts before I kill them, I think, or am I just not paying attention enough? I feel like as soon as I started shooting those guys, I started getting lightning bolts, which is great. I would like it to be that way, but the text of the description of the ability does not seem to indicate that that's how that works. I do believe we found Geonor. We're gonna switch over to. Well, yeah, I want. Let's make this our armor-piercing rounds. We'll make this our galvanic shards because we're not really going to be swapping between those very much. And then, so our crossbow shot does 158 damage. I mean, I might just try to do the crossbow shot, because freezing bosses and stuff like that, it takes a long time. It takes a long time to freeze like rares and bosses and stuff like that. So actually, we'll switch to our galvanic rounds to clear out these guys. If it'll switch. Hello? Why am I not shooting?
This interloper has the power.
I'm not sure what was going on there.
And you shall have everything I promise.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
You can bloody well try! Back down or die!
Oh, I didn't expect to actually get hit by that. Ah, get off me.
Run, little rabbit. First one's eye. You will falter. You will pay for that.
I'm sure I will, but not yet. Alright, so now we gotta switch back to our galvanic shards. Oh, that hurt. Alright, well we were able to get him before he did too much in the way of the running around as a wolf thing.
So much more.
yeah, I'm gonna switch this back to armor piercing and switch this back to galvanic shards.
Goodbye, husband.
You manipulative whore! How dare you abandon
We gotta wait for him to change.
all I
Wasting
can
effort
do?
trying to attack him right now is just kind of pointless. And once he switches,
Desolation. Solstice of pain. Chilling frost.
okay, we'll switch to galvanic shards because we're about to get swarmed by stuff. So hopefully this will help us.
Winter's chill. Sought the unworthy.
Come on, shoot, 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 shoot!
Endless night. They wither and tarry.
Ah, it's in the middle of shooting.
Frosts.
Got hit. I couldn't dodge it. I hate this part of the fight because he just randomly shows in. And I don't really have that great of reflexes anymore.
The pack
So fighting this part of it just kind of sucks. Alright, let's try to get him. Try to get him down like this. Get out of the breathing.
Smell your blood. And I am ravenous. Requiem on
Ow! Fortunately, we were able to burn him down a little bit.
I will take out your heart and savor its bite. Chilling frost. Solstice of pain. I smell your blood, and I am ravenous.
The air grows colder.
Okay.
Agnar the Ruined. Agnar the Impaler. As swift as
If I can avoid the hits, then I can save my potion. But I get in the middle of fighting these guys and I just can't remember I lose track of the timing of it.
your veins.
Or you go a little too early and that happens.
Agnar shall slay again.
Solstice of pain.
I gotta avoid this. Can't afford to get hit. Can't afford to get hit by that either.
I smell your blood, and I am ravenous.
Okay.
Chilling frost.
Oh, this is the part that sucks. God damn it. That's the part that gets me every time. I don't know if my color blindness screws me up, or this is just much harder to see than what the other one was. So it's, and this is the other thing. I just like, now we have to do this entire fight all over, well, most of this fight all over again. It's like, I don't want to do it. We were doing really good too. Like we were right there, and then every time we get to that part where the red beams that just kind of pull up out of the air instead of falling down, it's so much harder for me to see
Remove your
that.
head myself.
You can bloody well try.
First one,
die.
You'll pay with your life. First one's I.
I think they have a lot more armor in this version of himself.
That will not go unpunished. Easy prey.
Ah,
Little rabbit.
Really trying to focus on what's happening here so I don't screw this up.
Your pulse
Okay,
quickens.
try to get through this thing here.
The eternal impure. With
Alright,
bloodlust
really trying not to do that.
our Esme.
Sometimes you can see him coming.
But soon
A lot of times it's just really hard to, because you're distracted by all the little werewolves here.
death waited at the
You
door.
can kind of time it,
Then our
and it's fine, but a lot of times it's just really hard to time it.
as summer sour.
Okay, we're back into this. Oh, here we go. See that? It's much easier to see this part because the beams come down in a way that's much easier to see.
I smell your blood. And I am right.
Okay, we're able to stun him. That's good. Probably gonna get a teleport out of there soon. Oh,
Requiem on high. I will take out your heart and savor each bite. Freezing gale.
okay, we're doing a little bit more. Come on. Ah, this is where it gets bad. This is where it gets bad.
I will take out your heart. And
Come on,
savor
stun him.
each bite.
Stun him. Stun him. Stun him. Kill him. Kill him. Just die. There we go. Okay. Got that the second time. I personally just have a really, really hard time seeing the red beams when they're happening like that. The blue ones are obvious and they're a lot easier to dodge. The red ones, they feel like they're a little faster and they're much harder for me to see, and I think it's because of whatever. I do have color blindness. I don't know if my color blindness is affected by that, but I do. So,
Oriana,
I don't know. I always find that part of it being much more difficult. And it would be really nice if we
I
could skip
found
past this conversation.
messages from the desert.
Because there's always that.
From the Vastiri.
Yes. Find her. Kill her. But first, please, stop the madness.
As you wish.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Let us return to Clearfell to make
that
our
say?
preparations.
Tier 2 visored helm? That's different. Tier 2 visored helm.
We can find.
You've the good luck.
Okay, I don't need any of this. I do want to know what this Tier 2 visored helm is, though. We don't really need more fire resistance anyway, so let's go ahead and break this down. Get all this stuff put back here. 110 versus 90, but we're not high enough level for that yet. So, yeah. That's going to go ahead and do it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks, or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Also have PayPal and Patreon links for those of you who prefer to go that route, because some people like to go outside of YouTube to help out with channels and stuff like that. So that is there for your convenience. So, again, thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for tomorrow's episode, where we will continue through the Vastiri Desert. And I'll see you then.